What 70s disco band is back and better than ever? Stay tuned for your answer.
And which fashionable actress didn't attend the Met Gala this year? Find out later tonight. Making Kent feel like Hollywood? This is The Blurb. My name is Cameron Calderwood.
And I'm Shane Troiano, and let's leave Kent State and go into Hollywood for all of your celebri-tea.
Absolutely. So getting started, we have some Emma Chamberlain news. As avid watchers and listeners of Emma Chamberlain's YouTube videos and podcasts, it's easy to say that there have been some noticeable changes in her editing style. Chamberlain is known for her funny zoom-ins, sound effects, and relatable video content. However, in her recent podcast, Anything Goes, Chamberlain explains how she has started to edit her own videos again after taking a break from the editing process. Explaining how she realized editing her own videos is what she is truly passionate about, she expressed the fact that by taking her videos into her own hands, she has seen her own mental health improve. It is interesting to see Chamberlain use a different simplistic editing style and video style that we haven't seen from her in a while, and we're always here to support her work. Well, here we go again. After an almost 40-year hiatus, the Swedish pop group ABBA released 2 new songs earlier this month. The new songs I Still Have Faith in You and Don't Shut Me Down debuted alongside an announcement about their upcoming album, Voyage. The album comes out November 5th and will have 10 new songs, which will be followed by a concert series in 2022. We here at The Blurb are excited to know that ABBA knew just how much we missed them.
Well, that'll definitely have me scream Mamma Mia. But the girl on fire has a bun in the oven. Earlier this week, Jennifer Lawrence's representatives confirmed that the 31-year-old actress and her husband, Cook Maroney, are expecting their first child. The Hunger Games star was photographed in Manhattan on Thursday, debuting her baby bump for the very first time. Now, Lawrence's due date is currently under wraps, but we at The Blurb will definitely keep you updated when more information comes out. We cannot be more excited for the happy couple. And something else I was super excited about, Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week did come to a close on Sunday, though, after 5 days in the city. The biannual event looked a little different this year due to COVID-19, so this year's event only hosted 91 shows and presentations, a small number compared to the usual 300. So some events even chose to forego outside photographers during the shows, causing this Fashion Week to be more exclusive than ever. From Carolina Herrera to Marc Jacobs to Oscar de la Renta, we absolutely loved watching the new collections hit the runway. So we're just happy to see fashion in the Big Apple thriving once again.
John Mulaney and Olivia Munn were spotted in New York City last Friday after their controversial pregnancy announcement. Mulaney revealed the couple was expecting while on the episode of Late Night Set with Seth Meyers. In his announcement, Mulaney explained his split from ex-wife Anne-Marie Tendler after his stay in rehab last year. Many of his fans are upset with the announcement, claiming Munn and Mulaney's relationship timeline of less than 4 months does not add up and that Tendler deserves better. Speaking of another controversial couple, Ben Affleck had a real-life Batman moment this week after an aggressive fan tried to take his and Jennifer Lopez's photos in Venice on Saturday. The couple had just made their return to the red carpet at the Venice Film Festival the day before. Affleck reportedly had to push the man away from J.Lo just in time for their security team to interfere. The couple is safe and in it for the long run. We'll continue to keep you updated on their rekindled romance.
Well, I do love a good Batman story. Batman's my favorite superhero, but you know who else is my favorite? Britney Spears. And guess what? It's official. Britney Spears and long-term boyfriend Sam Asghari are engaged. The couple made an Instagram post announcing their engagement Sunday evening after more than 4 years of dating. The couple first met on the set of Spears' 2016 music video Slumber Party, and Spears is reportedly ecstatic about the proposal and her one-of-a-kind Roman Maleev ring. And after Spears' fight to end her conservatorship, we cannot be happier here at The Blurb to hear some good news in the pop singer's life. And guess what? Some more good news coming your underway. Disney's live action The Little Mermaid starring Halle Bailey and Jonah Our King was given a release date this past weekend. The movie will receive the Memorial Day release spot set for May 26, 2023. Featuring other A-list celebrities like Awkwafina and Melissa McCarthy, the cast list is sure to impress. Now, the project completed production back in July after several delays due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And after this long-awaited news, we cannot wait to see part of this Little Mermaid's world splash into the big screen.
The Met Gala was last night, and while there were many memorable looks and beloved attendees, there was one actress who fans missed. Zendaya did not attend the Met Gala. However, it was not because she wasn't invited. The 25-year-old actress informed fans that she was busy filming her hit HBO series Euphoria and could not travel to New York City in time to attend. Even though we missed Zendaya on the red carpet, we think that this was a valid reason not to attend and can't wait for the release of Euphoria Season 2. Kind of an interesting story here. Last weekend, while attending an Iowa college football game, actor Ashton Kutcher was taken by surprise with an interesting chant. After a recent interview where Kutcher alluded to the fact that he doesn't shower every day and that he and wife Mila Kunis do not bathe their kids until there is visible dirt on them, many fans were bothered. While at the game, fans later started chanting at Kutcher a quote, "Take a bath." Maybe this will help Kutcher reevaluate his hygiene decisions, but we think this whole situation may have been blown out of proportion.
Yeah, the Blurb definitely got the dirt on that.
Yes.
Last week's hearts across the nation broke after seeing Blue's Clues star Steve Burns return as everyone's favorite childhood memory. Steve returned for the 25th anniversary of the childhood classic to explain and apologize for his then unexplained 2002 departure. Steve later explained it was to pursue his college dreams. Now, as if that wasn't enough to stab us in the heart, he then commended all those that grew up with him on all that they've done. So excuse us while we bring out our handy-dandy notebooks to journal our sorrows away. And from the genius mind of Ryan Murphy and the makers of The People vs. O.J. Simpson comes a brand new season filled with juicy crimes. That's right, the first episode of the third season of American Crime Story was released last Tuesday. Impeachment focuses on the 1998 Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky scandal that almost cost Clinton his presidency. And get this, even Monica Lewinsky herself on board producing this season. Sarah Paulson and Beanie Fiddleston star as Linda Tripp and Monica Lewinsky, respectively. Now, this comes after the wildly successful hit seasons of The People vs. O.J. Simpson and the assassination of Gianni Versace. Now, Impeachment airs tonight at 10 p.m. on FX.
Well, Shane, I might just have to watch that.
Yes, me too, 100%. But I say, let's bring it back right here to Kent State, because when we come back, we will be talking about the KSU Homecoming Concert headliner. You do not want to miss it.
I'm Katie Criswell.
And I'm Hayden Cruz.
On August 25th, during the Blast Off After Party, it was announced that our homecoming concert headliner is going to be the rapper Gunna, known best for his collaborations with Lil Baby and Young Thug.
Now, despite having an album debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 and having over 3 million Instagram followers, the reaction of the announcement did not blast off, with many saying they don't even know who Gunna is. Regardless, we're sure that the concert will still be a hit. Homecoming starts on October 1st, and you can catch us on all the Homecoming buzz here with Katie and I. So, Katie, how do you feel about Gunna being our homecoming headliner?
So honestly, when it was announced that Gunna was the headliner, I turned to my friends and I was like, who is Gunna? And then they started saying some songs, and they were like Drip Too Hard. And I was like, oh, got it. Okay, with Lil Baby. So then it kind of came to my head, but my first impressions were kind of low because I wasn't necessarily a fan to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you think about it?
I thought the same thing. You know, I'm not a rapper person. I don't listen to rap all that often, but I am still excited. You know, this is way different than a homecoming we would have at high school, so it's still going to be a night to remember that I'm definitely going to go to.
For sure. I'm thinking about homecoming from high school when you would get all dressed up in your tuxes and dresses and then go to like a sweaty high school gym.
Right.
This is definitely going to be a lot different.
Right.
We're going to have some live entertainment, so it'll be much better.
If Gunna couldn't perform, who would you rather have?
I would have to say Pitbull, like Mr. Worldwide, because he's been there, done that, and I feel like that's kind of been our world's motto lately throughout TikTok.
He might come around the world, but he's not coming here. That's just a no. For me personally, though, I'd want Doja Cat. Gotta go with Doja Cat. That's a solid answer.
Okay, but like, why Doja Cat?
It's Doja Cat. I mean, that's just simple. Like, that's what it is. I want to go to Planet Her. That album is incredible.
Respect. She is amazing. Like,
Right.
I think she would get the crowd going. Like, my friends and I would be in the front row, like, let's
Exactly.
go. So.
Now, there is something we do want to talk about that is a slight rumor, so we just want to make sure you guys know it is a rumor. But there have been talks of Megan Thee Stallion making an appearance. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think it would be pretty cool if we got to see Megan Thee Stallion show up.
I can imagine what I'd do if Megan showed up. I think I'd lose it. Like, we would have so much fun.
Right?
But we don't know for sure.
Exactly.
So I guess we're just going to have to chill until it actually happens.
Right.
Because don't want to get too excited because Gunna will still be great with our friends. It'll be so fun.
Exactly. Now, when we get back, we have Jennika and Alexa recapping the new adaptation of Cinderella. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. I don't know about you, but I was very excited to see this new take on a fairy tale classic. With that being said, let's get into it. So, this was essentially just a retelling of Cinderella with a few tweaks.
First things first, she wants to be a dressmaker in this version. Also, the prince has a sister who wants to be king and actually has ideas on how to fix the kingdom.
Which honestly, I thought was a great idea. Like,
I
the
did too.
prince didn't, in the original, he didn't seem to
He didn't
care
really
at
care.
all. This is also more modernized and was also a jukebox musical, which is different. I personally was very excited when I heard this movie was coming out because it has so many great actors. It's got Billy Porter as the fairy godmother. It's got
So
Idina
good.
Menzel as the wicked stepmother. It's got my personal favorite comedian, James A. Caster. You were probably thinking I was going to say Corden. No. That is number one problem with the movie, I'd say. James Corden is a lot. He's in every single movie musical nowadays. Like, he's too much.
He's
like,
way too much. He overdoes everything.
100%. There's a scene where all the mice are turning back, the men who were mice are turning back into mice, and he, like, everyone else goes back into a mouse, but he, like, stays as, like, a human head on a mouse body for, like, way too long. It was weird. Thankfully, James A. Caster, like, balanced him out as playing, like, this sort of, like, straight character. Another thing with this movie, when was this meant to be set?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm so confused. It's like got
With
they
the
say the
slang.
colloquialisms, like saying cool and things like that.
We have
Like they
rap
have running
music.
water, rap
Yeah.
music. Everyone's got piercings everywhere, but also it's like super old-fashioned, and women can't work. Like
It was really confusing.
it's so weird. And also, where is this set?
There were so many different
Honestly,
accents.
I counted at least 4
Right?
separate accents. Like there was Irish accents, there was English American accents,
Accents.
British accents. What?
I was just confused.
Billy Porter was basically played just a gay stereotype, which was honestly pretty rough. He was wonderful as
He was
always. He was
amazing.
amazing.
His song
His
was
character
amazing.
was just a gay stereotype, which, like, I mean, the gay man playing a fairy. There's some things to be said there. At one point, the stepmother just sort of takes a turn and becomes a sympathetic character for absolutely no reason. She has no motivation. She just shows up to Cinderella and is like, and here's my tragic backstory.
It's very random, and it lasts the entire rest of the movie, and there's really no reason for it.
And Cinderella and the prince aren't in love in this film. Like, the prince sees Cinderella and he goes, feisty. And Cinderella sees the prince and goes, he could help me achieve my dreams of being a businesswoman. And that's it. And then
They
they're like
never
talking about how they're
interact again.
so in love, and they're not. They're not in love. One character specifically mentions that's not love. But who am I to say? Also, the songs didn't really fit.
No,
lot
they
of
were
them.
fun, but they didn't really fit in with the story. The
Like
first one is Rhythm Nation.
And it just didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
Everyone was
for
singing
what
it,
was happening.
didn't make sense. The new song written for the musical Million to One was fine. It was a good
That's
music.
okay.
It was a good song. There's a
was
point
pretty
where
decent.
she's like singing to the future, like her dream version of herself, and she sings the line "You're gonna know my name" to herself, which seems a little weird to me. But you know,
Not who needs to know your name.
I feel like she probably knows her name already. You know.
Next, we had the rap songs that the Major Domo does to kind of explain what's happening, to announce the ball. I thought those were kind of fun and
were
kind of a
pretty fun,
unique
yeah.
take on that scene.
I mean, they were all right. They sang "Material Girl." Idina Menzel as the wicked stepmother sings "Material Girl." It was It was fine.
It was pretty
They
good.
should have given her a better song.
The song that she sings later, the original song, I think that one was good. And I'm glad they gave her a song like that.
Billy Porter absolutely knocked it out of the park with his song. During the ball scene, the song still makes sense. There's really weird dance moves. They go like this at one point. I don't know what that is. We're all confused. Everything is
In their ball gowns.
in their ball
So
gowns.
weird.
All of the princesses. The prince sings Seven Nation Army.
Which was actually amazing.
It was a
It
good
just
song.
made no sense.
The movie as a whole was. It was a movie. That's for sure.
I think it was fun. It just wasn't
It wasn't
good,
great.
but
It could
was
have been so
fun.
much better.
And when we see you next, we have Shane, Chloe, and Josh recapping all things VMAs. You won't want to miss this.
Last week, we watched the VMAs, and boy, do we have a lot to go over. The night was filled with surprises and over-the-top performances, and we're here to recap it all for you all.
Yes, so the VMAs were a big night for artists like Lil Nas X, Justin Bieber, my personal favorite, Olivia Rodrigo. Justin Bieber came into the night with 7 nominations, and not so far behind Billie Eilish, BTS, Doja Cat, Drake, Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, Giveon. They all each received 5 nominations. So what are your thoughts on who was nominated? Anyone you think deserved a nomination that didn't get one?
I loved everyone who was nominated. I love Olivia Rodrigo, and she received the awards that she deserved, in my opinion.
Olivia Rodrigo saved the summer for us.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she made me love breakup songs more than I already did.
I know.
Ugh.
It gave me that 17-year-old angst that I longed for in high school,
Yes.
but I just could not get it.
Yes.
And now being almost 21 years old, I do feel like a 17-year-old kid again.
Right? She spelled it out for us, that's for sure. Yeah.
Exactly. What's your favorite song by her?
Probably Favorite Crime. That
Okay.
one.
Yes.
That one hits me right in
Yes.
the heart. Oh, it
But
pulls my
she
heartstrings.
did perform good for you.
Yes, she did.
How did you think about that performance?
I thought it was beautiful. That song is so hard, but she does amazing every single time she performs her songs. Her range, her vocal range is insane.
I know. Just
and
for
she kills it.
17 years old.
Yes.
It's insane.
Exactly.
So we also saw some standout performances from people like Machine Gun Kelly, Casey Musgraves, Shawn Mendes, Ed Sheeran, so many more. Personally, I loved watching my three girls, Normani, Chloe, Doja Cat, who hosted the show.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I think all 3 of them just stood out.
Yes. They always do. They always do. Doja Cat, oh my gosh, she always comes and she comes to play, and it's amazing. Her stage presence is just electric.
I think it's crazy because Doja Cat does not give the same performance twice ever.
That is so true.
And especially because she hosted the show.
Right,
Hello.
right.
She went from hosting the show to putting those dancing shoes right back on. I think that is just A+ for effort right there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I was truly proud of Olivia Rodrigo, and we already talked about her. She left the night winning Song of the Year, Best New Artist, and Push Performance of the Year. I mean, good for her. We stand an iconic breakup album. So did you guys think that her wins were well deserved?
I do.
Me too.
I really do. And I know a lot of people would fight me on that, but she works so hard and she's so young and she really did a great job. And I think she deserved everything she got.
Me too. Who do you think didn't deserve an award?
Oh my gosh.
Because I can answer this one for you real quick.
Please, I would love to hear your answer because I honestly don't have one.
If we have the time, Justin Bieber, he released one album, then he said, boy, bye.
You know what? That's true.
And he's like, oh, Best New Artist. Girl, He left.
People
left.
love
And also
him,
when he
though.
won, didn't even thank his wife. So,
Yeah, oh, that's so, yep.
and where was Demi Lovato? Hello.
I know you're a big Demi Lovato
Big Demi
stan.
Lovato fan.
I understand, yes.
But I think after this, we are going to be doing a Met Gala Hot or Not hosted by the lovely Cameron, Katie, Hayden, and you, Miss Thang over there. Stay tuned for more.
Of course, it couldn't be an episode of The Blurb without the Met Gala, and we're always down to judge some fashion fails and fashion wins. So without further ado, here's a game of Hot or Not. So first, we have Serena Williams.
Oh my gosh, I actually loved this look. I think that it's fantastic that she wore her sneakers with the dress. I think that that is absolutely perfect and so indicative of who she is and her career, and she unapologetically was just herself and rocked those neon sneakers, am I right?
Did. I mean, I couldn't, but go Serena.
Right? So definitely a hot for me.
Same here.
I think I'm going with not.
Oh no.
Why is that?
I'm so curious.
I wasn't a fan. I thought she kind of looked like a paintbrush.
Okay,
Like one
okay.
of those roller brushes. The fur coat was not my favorite. Also the leotard that was like, it was not my favorite.
I can understand. I can understand. I'm kind of in the middle with this one, but I think I'm gonna go with not as well.
Yeah.
It looked a little off, but I kind of like what she's doing with her hair, and I like that she went big. She
Absolutely.
went big, and I
Yeah.
really appreciate that about that look. So.
Yeah. So next we have Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I
Personally-
think this was amazing. I mean, super classic look on the top and then just kind of the sweatpants on the bottom. I think it's like a perfect contrast, and I think he really nailed it.
That's funny, because I actually think I have to give him an X. Listen, I love me some Timothy. Like, he's beautiful. But I don't know if I stand the fit. Like, sweatpants at the Met Gala, I guess.
Yeah, I got to agree.
Yeah,
Just not a
me
fan.
too. Me too.
Yeah. All right, so next we have Phineas. And I like it, so I'll give it the heart, but I think there could be more.
I loved it. I loved his look. I love that he went with a bold color, the red, the matching mask, the boots. The boots are everything for me. I really love it.
Yeah, I think it's not over here for me.
And then
Really?
AOC is next. Love this.
Love it.
Love it.
Statement piece. You
Yeah.
knew
Oh,
she was
yeah.
gonna do it, and it's amazing.
The creativity.
And that's all we have for
Absolutely.
you today. But please follow us on Instagram and Twitter at TV2 The Blurb. We will see you next Tuesday with all the celebri-tea. Thank you for tuning in, and stay safe, everyone.